So I'm sure you've seen some of this stuff on TikTok. There's this woman that is going around calling churches and pretending like she is a mother who has a 2-month-old who is in need of baby formula. And I won't ruin anything for you. I want you to go and look at those videos if you can. But essentially, churches are responding in a number of ways. And looking at this has been disappointing to me in a lot of ways because, I mean, I love the church. I still believe in the church. I've been able to poke at the church over the years and see some inconsistencies and try to challenge the church to go beyond some of the places and the spaces that they've been. And I'm still attached to this. Like, I'm not above this. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is, like, I want to be held accountable. Like, I want people to hold me accountable. I have people in my life that are doing that. I'm hoping you feel comfortable to do that. If you see something about what I'm saying, or what I'm doing, like, I mean, I'm open to that. I think that's important for me and my growth. But my question lately has been, who holds the church accountable? Who holds the church accountable? Because, I mean, we're not really doing it amongst ourselves because we're too busy arguing about, things that we've been arguing about for a long time. And I think we're missing the point in a lot of ways, I would say. Maybe a good answer to that question, who is to hold the church accountable? I think it has to be the world. And what I mean by that is, like, the church is meant to be the salt of the earth and the light of the world. And I think the world can tell us whether or not we are being a light or being the salt. And what I mean by salt and light, I mean what a friend of mine just preached about this past week, that we're meant to be a helping community, a community of people that are helping those that are in need, that are being the hands and feet of Jesus, for a lack of better terms. We are carrying on the work of Christ. And we are doing this through love, through our love of, first of all, each other, but also a love that's supposed to go out into the world. And something similar that I think about often, like, I've been married to my wife, we're going on 6 years now. And something that marriage has done for me, and I'm sure my wife would say the same thing, is that as we, commit ourselves to one another and we open our hearts to one another and we grow and we're shaped and we're molded by what marriage is, there's something that happens to our other relationships. We get to look at our other relationships and be like, oh, there's something here that we're noticing that maybe we've experienced this in our marriage and we want to experience that in these relationships. Like, there's a level of love that I'm getting to know as I grow in my marriage to my wife. Like, I know about depths of love, and I'm recognizing that I want this in friendships. I want this in my family. And I think this is what the church is supposed to be. In the church, we're supposed to be committed to a group of people where we're learning about what love is, what unity is, what hope and faith is. I think so that the world might see what that could be. And I think be blessed by that, and not so that they can be converted into our ways of thinking or our ways of being. Because I think, yeah, they can be. I think that is a gift, and that is a natural, maybe a natural byproduct of what they're experiencing. But first and foremost, we want to give with no conditions. I think that is to be the posture of the church, to give with no conditions, because this is what we see Christ doing. We don't see Christ having conditions on his giving. Grace is not conditional. If it was, it wouldn't be grace anymore. The community of faith today is meant to be a place where people come together recognizing that it is by grace and grace alone that they are where they are and they are who they are. And out of that abundance and that overflow of resting in that grace, we can bless and love the world gracefully. I think that's what the church is meant to be. And we've gotten away from that. And once again, I'm not just trying to get on here and point the finger and say that I'm above that, because I'm not. I know that I can be caught up into materialism. I can be caught up in the rat race. I mean, there's so many things that I'm susceptible to, and I want people in my life to hold me accountable to that. But a question that I keep going back to, that I keep struggling with, is who the heck holds the church accountable? Because I have people in my life that I can name that I'm hoping holds me accountable, holds my behavior and my talk on the internet, my whatever. I hope they hold me accountable. But who is holding the church accountable? Of course, we can say God, we can say the Spirit, right? I think we can say these things, but I mean something more, more immediate. And I'm not saying that God is not immediate, but I hope you know what I'm saying. Like, I think I used to always think this and say this too. Like, only my wife can say I'm a good husband. Like, my mom might say that I'm a good husband, but that doesn't really mean anything, right? If my wife doesn't say I'm a good husband, then maybe I'm not a good husband, because my wife is married to me and she's a benefit factor of my husbandness and the vice versa. Who else can say that the church is being the church that it should be? Because we're disagreeing about how we see scripture in the church. We're disagreeing about the conclusions that we're drawing from scripture. But I don't think that we should, hopefully we shouldn't disagree about the importance of love in this community of faith. And only the world can tell us whether or not we are being loving. Right. So that's something that I'm just thinking about, some random thoughts concerning some of the things on TikTok right now. Check out those videos and let me know what you think about this. Who is supposed to hold the church accountable? And are we where we need to be?